Time to ask the expert as far as our forages are concerned, and that's Dr. Don Miller for the Alforexseeds Corporation, Director of Product Development with Alforex. And Don, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about farmers responding to a survey about the quality and quantity of their alfalfa, and we ended up talking about what they're planning to do for next year. And getting a stand established, there are some tried and true things that should be done. We don't always follow those things. Mother Nature plays a part in it. But what are some of the, for lack of a better term, the magic elements of getting a good alfalfa stand established out there?
You know, traveling around the country, sometimes you see people have a really good stand, and sometimes they don't. And there's always a question that comes up, well, how do I get a good initial stand? And there are some things that you can do on the management side of things that can improve your stand establishment or improve your chances of getting a good stand establishment. And there are positive and negative impacts of some of your management decisions. What we'd like to do over the next few weeks is to go into some really good detail on as far as things that you should be doing to improve stand establishment, some of the factors as far as the plant itself, what factors affect germination, what factors affect seedling survival, and so on.
Well, one of the things is, of course, seed selection, and of course now we're into November. We're not going to seed any alfalfa around here anytime soon, but give us an idea about seed selection, matching up to soil types, tillage things, all those things, before we get in the future programs into some of the more detailed parts of that. But right now, what can we be thinking about?
Well, I think this time of year, a lot of people need to be thinking about what variety they're going to plant this coming season. People might think that they can sort of buy a cheaper alfalfa and save a little bit of money up front. But really, at the end of the day, you need to get a variety that's adapted to your area, that has good disease and pest resistance, that's going to persist out there in the field. So really, your seed cost in the overall scheme of things is well worth what you pay for that seed, because you want that genetic potential to really produce that forage that you're trying to get out there. So
fall soil sampling wouldn't be a bad idea before it frees up either, would it?
You need to make sure that your fertility is right. This would be a good time to take those soil samples and then determine if you're going to do any fertilizing this before you plant this coming year. You need to make sure that have all the things in line when we get ready to plant.
Get that pH where it needs to be. Don, thank you, and we'll be talking to Don in the weeks ahead about stand establishment for our alfalfa stands. Dr. Don Miller, Director of Product Development with Alforex, as we ask the expert.